Hey y'all, I am Michelle, the Sipping Mystic. I am starting a segment called Spiritually Speaking. And what that segment is for and what is geared towards our new beginners coming into spirituality who have questions or need guidance and really don't know where to turn, don't know what to look out for, the do's and don'ts, and things of that nature. I will be giving like the advice that helped me along my route because I'm intermediate. I still feel kind of new to it, but I've been in it for a few years now, so I'm coming back while I can still remember the things that I went through in the very beginning and how I navigated it and kept myself basically clear of any negative energy, any spiritual attacks, and move forward and actually begin working on my purpose. And one thing I don't want people to get lost on is finding their purpose, right? Your purpose currently is to live your life, be happy, and heal, right? Once you start healing, your purpose will show up. You'll then start seeing your purpose, but you have to heal first. You can't help on your purpose if you haven't done the work to heal, right? So that is what I'll be doing. So I am a transitional guide and healer. And what that looks like is through your journey, your healing journey, your spiritual journey, there are different transitions that you'll go through, different death and rebirth that'll happen. I am someone who will actually help move you through those different transitions. And in that, I do energy work. I also do Reiki. So energy work and Reiki is two different things. I do psychic surgery. I am an inner child guide and coach, as well as I work with shadow work. Shadow work and inner child healing is pretty close to being the same thing. Your shadow work eventually heads back to your inner child work that needs to be done. So you can start with shadow work, but you're eventually going to have to go to your inner child work. I went kind of backwards. I started with inner child and moved up to shadow work. So it's like, to me, it makes my shadow work so much easier because I already got to the root of the problem, right? So now I come back forward and I'm working on different things that I've done now as an adult and realize, okay, that's associated with this in inner child work. And I already did that, so let's move through this and heal it, right? So it's no wrong way to do it, but it just seemed, I actually had to do a lot of inner child healing. So I had to do deep inner child healing, which makes sense that I am a inner child guide and coach because I've done so much healing in that area. Also, I am an ancestral guide, so I connect with your ancestors and let you know what they want currently in this moment, how they want you to move forward. And when I connect with your ancestors, I'm talking benevolent ancestors. Those ancestors have done the work to heal already. You're coming in and you're trying to help them heal the lineage as well. So, how to venerate them, what they need in that moment from you, what guidance can they offer you to help you on your journey. I'm also an herbalist. So when I do the different consultations or different sessions with my clients, if there's herbs that I think they may need, or if they're dealing with some type of ailment that herbs can assist with, I would suggest those or create a blend for them in order to help them move forward. What else? I am also a deaf doula on the other spectrum of the world, so other end of the spectrum rather. I help with transitioning souls, and there's so many different areas in the deaf doula work that some people may not even understand. Sometimes souls get stuck. Sometimes souls don't want to cross over. I am someone who will assist those souls in crossing over to the other side, as well as I perform ceremonies for your transitioning loved ones. So your loved ones that are transitioning to the ancestral realm, those that are on hospice care and things of that nature, there are different ceremonies that I can perform for them to make that transition smoother for the both of you. death is not always a smooth transition, so there are some things that we can come in and do to make it a little bit easier or a little bit more settling, I'll say, or acceptance. You'll be able to accept it more. I'm trying to think. I think that is pretty much it. I am an oracle reader as well. I do mediumship work. Most of the work that I do encompasses mediumship, my inner child healing coaching sessions. I'm connecting with your inner child. That's a form of mediumship. Oracle reading is a form of mediumship when your spirit guides or ancestors come in and speak to me through me, use me as a channel. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I do in the spiritual community. I don't even want to say that. There's a lot of things that I do spiritually. We'll say it like that. So yeah, I'm going to be providing different story times, possibly based on like some of my work that I've done, or some of the things that I've been through. People ask me a lot about my mushroom trips, so I'll probably give some advice or some information on those and how those went for me. But yeah, we're going to do it kind of like podcast style. So if you have questions that you want to ask or topics you want me to touch bases on, you're new to this and you're just trying to work through your purpose or find your purpose. Again, I'm going to say your purpose right now, if you're just starting out, is to enjoy your life, be happy, and do the work to heal. As you do the work to heal, your purpose will open up for you. Okay? Because when I started, I thought my purpose was, oh, I'm here to heal my generational trauma. So I'm going to help heal my generation, my lineage. And when I started the healing process and as I completed the majority of the healing that I need to complete, a whole new purpose opened up. So that was the inner child healing. As I'm moving through that and working through that for everyone, like doing the work, running my courses, my inner child healing circles, a whole nother purpose opened up. That's ancestral stuff. So your purpose is never just one thing. I'm not gonna say never. Some of our purposes are never just one thing. There's a few things that you are to do, but it's stages to it. So in order to find out what your purposes are, you have to do the work to heal. You have to heal. Don't try to jump in doing courses and classes, giving other people courses and classes you haven't completed what you need to do for yourself. You're only going to be able to help people as far as you're gone. If all you do is read oracle cards, only thing you're going to be able to do is help people learn how to read oracle cards. You shouldn't be doing energy work on people if all you're doing is, if you're not doing energy, if you haven't done energy work on yourself or anyone else, that should not be a service that you're offering. So I just don't want you to get into spirituality and someone's told you, oh, I'm supposed to do this, this, and this, and you run out there and start doing that stuff and you're not equipped and ready. This is how you get entities on you. This is how you get spiritual attacks. And this is how you go into spiritual psychosis and then run back to the other side and say, oh, it's demonic over there. No, you haven't done the work yet. You haven't done the true work that you need to do in order to move through this properly. You're not tapping in with your team. You're not spending time with your team regularly. That is something that you need to develop, a connection with your team, because you need to know that when you get direction, you're getting it directly from your team. You're not getting it from someone who has come in and intruded and given you ideas to do, and all these ideas are leading to some trauma or drama or whatever. Like, if you're going with your team, these transitions should be smoother than some of what some people are experiencing. When you're following your team, like my team told me to slow down. So I had to slow down. I couldn't start a new program because it wasn't time for me yet. They want me to settle into what I'm doing right now before I move on to something else. So when you connect with your team and you know who your guides are, you know who the ancestors are that you're working with, you know who your higher self is, you connect with all these parts of your team, then you will know how to move forward properly. Some people think their team is just spirit guides. Some people think their team is just their ancestors. No, you have a whole team. It's not just your ancestors, it's not just your spirit guides. You have your higher self there. Your ego is there if you haven't set your ego down. Your inner child is there. You have, and not even mention, you have an inner child, you have an inner teen that's coming out too. So there's a whole bunch of people on your team that you don't even know. And so if someone's just telling you about spirit guides, or someone's only talking about your ancestors and not your spirit guides, they're probably not as tapped in as they say they are. They're probably not as in tune. Does that mean the information they're giving you is wrong? No, it's just that you haven't gotten all the information that you need to have. But yeah, you have spirit guides, you have benevolent ancestors. Okay, I say benevolent ancestors that are there for your highest good, or elevated ancestors. Those are the only ones that you probably should be working. Well, not probably. Those are the ones that you should be working with if you're new to this. We can get into all the different reasons why, or the lower vibrating ancestors and things of that nature. It's not necessary. Just work with your benevolent ones, or the ones that's there for your highest good, or the elevated ones. Those three are the same exact ancestors. It's just how you choose, what resonates with you and how you call them. If you just call on your ancestors, you're calling anybody and everybody. You're calling your cousin that just passed 2 weeks ago. And if your cousin was in the streets, they have not done the work to heal, right? So they are not guiding you to your highest good. They're guiding you still based off of their trauma when they were here. So just remember that. Call on who you want to call on, but I'm just saying, this is the way I've kept myself on a straight path, with minimal outside interference, minimal spiritual attacks, and no entities. Anytime I felt myself going lower in my vibration or getting in that space, I clear it myself constantly. I will talk about that, how to protect yourself and how to cleanse yourself regularly. This is something you should be doing weekly. If it's not a spiritual bath, you should be smudging yourself, especially if you're working with other people or you have other people in your energy all the time. Smudge yourself, cleanse yourself out. Look up, research how to properly cleanse yourself, and you may need to layer it depending on how much work you do in spiritual spaces. You need to layer that cleansing. You need to layer that protection. Yeah. So the first thing we'll probably talk about is ancestral altars and things of that nature, because your ancestral altar is your first line of defense when it comes to protection. I'll say it again. Your ancestors' altar is your first line of defense when it comes to protection. Yes, you are the altar, but why would you want to take those hits? Set up a meeting space for you and your ancestors so that space can be like a filtration system, and it'll filter out all the negative energy that is coming against you, and it gives you and your ancestors a space to meet up. Okay? And it's just like you're going to that altar. Every churches have altars and all that. You're going to that altar to meet up with your ancestors and to talk to them. So why not have it set up? If you don't have space to put it, you can have you like a traveling altar. You can create a shoebox and put all those necessary things, and when you're ready to meet up or speak to your ancestors, you want to have a space to honor them. You remove the things from that shoebox into that area where you are. Do what you need to do, light your candles, put your water down, talk to your ancestors. When it's done, close it out, put everything back, and put them off to the side. You can have travel altars and things of that nature. It's just good to have a physical altar so that you and your ancestors can communicate, and your physical temple won't be taking all the hits of the different energetic things. Your ancestors will be filtering those things out for you. Okay? So that is all for now. I will be back with a Q&A. Probably will be my first one that I'll do, just so you can get to know who I am and the things that I do, and things that I have done on this journey so far. All right, talk to y'all later.